past few years, collective research has debunked the popular myths that a high-fiber diet lifestyle can cause unfinished housework, late dinners, and neglected family members. In fact, continuing studies show that a high-fiber diet lifestyle may significantly improve the disposition of a crafter, creating a more contented home life. Furthermore, continued exposure can develop an ability to endure meetings, waiting rooms, school functions, and sporting events without experiencing the kind of boredom it makes one want to consume lead paint. Here are just a few ways one can properly increase daily fiber intake. Visit your local yarn store or shop online. Join online fiber communities. Tour sheep or alpaca farms. Attend fiber festivals. Or listen to the High Fiber Diet podcast. Please remember to spread your fiber intake throughout the day rather than trying to get it all in one shot. Stretching and resting is important, and your body will thank you.
Hi, and welcome to the High Fiber Diet. I'm Coggie.
And this is the Sarge.
And welcome. For those of you who have not met Sarge yet, this is my husband. He has been my better half for more than 30 years.
Something like that.
Yeah. And he decided to join me tonight. We have a lot to talk about, and sometimes being able to talk with someone else makes it easier to get a point across.
Think of me as comic relief.
He says he doesn't know anything about knitting, but back in the day, when we did audio, you were on just about every week that you were in the house.
Available, yeah.
Yeah. So if you do know him, he's back, and we don't have anything for what did I call it? Sarge. Stories with Sarge this week.
Oh Lord.
So we're gonna need some questions if you have questions. So yeah, put them down in the comments.
Why am I the way I am?
Oh no, we do not have enough time even on the intros to answer that one. No. But we're going to go through a normal podcast, so I'll be talking about things that I finished, and most of those, or one of those, is I've given away already, but I'll have a picture, and we'll be talking about what I'm working on. We'll be talking about what I've been doing and what I'm thinking about doing. That work for you?
There you go.
And I actually have show notes. I don't do show notes anymore. I have show notes. Okay, so this has been the month of Tour de Fleece. I can't talk. I'm going to get a sip of water. Tour de Fleece, which is the spinning thing that goes along with Tour de France. And the cyclists spin their wheels, so we spin our wheels. And that started on July 4th and finished yesterday, the 26th. The last 2 days I did not spin. I still have spinning to do, and I have my wheel here, and I'll talk about that in ongoing. But I did 500 yards of a heavy sport, but not quite worsted, maybe DK, yeah, 3-ply. And this was done out of these 3 fibers, which was, plays well with colors, was 100% Falkland in a peach chutney colorway. And Fiber Nymph Dye Works had Let the Sun Shine Through, which was 85% Polworth and 15% Tessa Silk. And then the 3rd ply that I did was from Yarn Hollow. And this was all deep stash. I haven't bought fiber I bought fiber at the last fiber event I went to, but a lot of fiber I haven't bought since before we were in South Dakota.
It's been a hot minute then.
Yeah. So this final ply was 100% American Targhee from Yarn Hollow in Champagne, but it was a gradation. And so it was 4 different colors of champagne. And so I took those, and as you can tell, the different colors came together. And you can see the different colors there of the browns and the purples and the blues and the peaches and everything else. And I'll put a picture in of a close-up. But between the two skeins, I had just over 500 yards. And so, and it's nicely balanced. I know I'm sitting there doing that. It doesn't have a lot of twist. Once I washed and thwacked it, there's no twist left. So it was nicely balanced between the spinning, which I did at 10 to 15 degrees for the single ply, and then I plied at 30 degrees, I believe. And so it came back as a good balance on the spinning. So that would be Z twist and S twist. So I plied Z, so it's that inner mobile of the letter. So that goes clockwise. And then the S, the inner, is counterclockwise, or if we're in Europe, anti-clockwise. And it pushes it together so that it's a balanced ply, so that it doesn't bias when you knit with it one way or the other. And that's what I was looking for, so I finished up that. The second that I finished is 100% black Shetland, which, as you can tell, it's a very dark brown. As you've always said, there's nothing in nature that's truly black.
Very few.
Yes, and so black Shetland is a very, very deep dark brown. This is a 2-ply instead of a 3-ply. A 3-ply is more round and cable's better. A 2-ply is what's called a spinner's yarn, but it's also a one that makes holes very well. So lace is great because it sinks back into itself because it's a flat yarn instead of a rounded yarn.
I'll take your word for it.
And you can feel this. This is, yes, that's how he does it. He doesn't actually feel the yarn. Feel the squish. This one was a very simple, but it had a lot of veg matter in it. Very simple spin, but it had a lot of veg matter. In fact, I'm picking out guard hairs. And veg matter was I had a very full lap when I was done spinning this that I had to vacuum up. Mm-hmm. So this one, on the other hand, with the twist, this one does have, as you can see, the bottom wants to twist back. So I over-plied. The singles were done okay, but I over-plied in a little bit, and so it's got a little bit of a bias back. Do you see that?
I don't, but I'll take your word for it.
See how it's not hanging straight, it's twisting at the bottom?
Sure.
Yeah. So it wants to twist on itself. And so that means I over-plied it, so I probably did it a little bit heavy-handed on the plying. And, you know, I'm happy with how I did on Tour de Fleece. I still have more that I'm going for, but I'm very happy with what I did. The other thing that I finished up was a wasp's nest. Mm-hmm. And can you let them know how good the wasp nests are outside?
I've tried a lot of things, a lot of poisons, a lot of deterrence factors, and nothing works as good as a fake hornet nest to keep the wasps away. And we have one on each side of the house, and we see them fly by the windows every now and then, but no nests. Before, I would have to spray like once a month, get in there, dig them out.
The paper, like...
Yeah, the paper
yeah.
From the yellow jacket.
What I do is I make up wasp nests using a ecru tan color from Red Heart, and I just crochet up a nest. And I was asked the other day to make a pattern for it. I've used patterns in the past. I like what I do better than the patterns that I've used in the past. So I may make something up. It'll be free. But our neighbor had seen that I had one on our back door.
And they wanted one.
And they're like, this side of the house is great, but all the wasps are now over in our garden area. And I'm like, well, I can make you one. It's no big deal. So I made her up one. Came out to about that big. I'll put up a picture. Hopefully there's enough room in between us that I can put a picture.
Wasps are territorial, and the top of that food chain is hornets. And you have a hornet nest, nobody else will come around, so it works out.
And yeah, they get rid of it.
And then you plant wildflowers to bring in the honeybees and bumblebees.
The big fat bumbles get rid of the wasps. Yep.
Well, they're territorial too.
Yep. But they're fuzzy and they're cute and they don't sting, so we like them. But I did give that to our neighbor along with 2 trivets and a loaf of homemade bread.
Hooking them up.
Yep. So that was what I got up to in this time off. I think that's it on my finished. So we're going to move finished over here because I have more of this. So frogged. I was making the Agave shirt. And it is a 2-paneled shirt that has agave leaves going down one side and then the other side of the back. I just didn't like it. It isn't that I didn't like the pattern. I didn't like the yarn pattern combo. And so I still have the pattern. I'll make it. But this bamboo is going to be made up into something else. I have 6 skeins of this and I love the color. I had to frog it. Had to frog it.
It happens.
So that's how you get stash. Works in progress. You've been seeing me make lots of stuff. We sit and watch videos together or movies together, and he'll, on his side, he's got his iPad and we're watching TV together, but he'll see me working on everything.
And I'll tinker with outdoor gear.
Yep, definitely. So I decided to make, I'm not sure if it's Lumme or Lumme, it's Lumme. And I decided to use shepherd's wool. Stonehenge fiber mill up in northern Michigan is no longer. And I'm sad. It's one of my favorite wools to work with. And so I'm using up what I have because I'm not going to just sit there and let it go. So I have spruce and I have spring check. And so I'm using these 2. Plus I have a Neo's Mermaid DK, because even though these are worsted weight, according to everything, they knit like a DK weight, so they're a thinner worsted. And so this Mermaid DK is superwash merino with tweed and stellina, so it's got sparkles. And so this one is just plain. I didn't dye it or anything. It's just how it came. And I am almost down 1 skein in the spruce, and that is all I'm using of the, what is it? Spring chick. So I'll have this left over. And this is the pattern for the yoke of a sweater. And if you notice, there are orange middles to the flowers right here. That I just took some mystery 20-gram skein, fingering held double, and I did the inner part and put the little stigma of the flower in a different color so it'll come out. So I have one more repeat of this leaf looking down here that I need to do. And then I believe the next step is separating for sleeves. But because it's a round yoke, I take 10% from the back and move it to the front. It tells you to do a 50-50 cut for sleeves. I have more in the front than I have
Little
in
bit.
my back.
A little bit.
And so if I move some of the back stitches and move the sleeves back just a little bit, it allows for more in the front without having to do a ton of short rows, though I will be putting some short rows in the back per the pattern. And that's to bring the neck up like it's supposed to be. The other change that I did on this is when you start it, you're supposed to start with a provisional cast on so you go back and pick it up later. I didn't want to do that. I also did not want to do an I-cord bind off because I don't like the I-cord bind off up here. It doesn't stretch. So instead I did 4 rows of stockinette, and it automatically curls and it looks like an I-cord without it being an I-cord. So this is my Lume or Lumme sweater, and I'm almost to the point. It's going to be an open neck, so it'll be out to my bra straps, but almost to the point of separating. Plus it's going to grow quite a bit. The stretch on this, I'm going to add probably an inch in there and just stretch, getting it all steamed out. So there we go. I'll tuck everything in there. I'm making him move his water. It's okay. Next on my list is the Bud and Blossom. So the Bud and Blossom is a sweater that I have going that I'm supposed to be doing a test knit on. In fact, I'm supposed to be done by mid-August. It's the 27th. Do you know it's not getting done by mid-August?
I can guess.
Well, no, I will have it done. This, so you can see, I'm going to put a picture up here. This is the jacket. It is a drop shoulder crop knit jacket with crochet-like stitch pattern, but it's all knit. And I have been doing it out of Southlander from New Zealand in a bulky 12 ply. And I do like it. Feel this. It's a little bit rustic. Here, take it so I can use my hand. There we go. It's a little bit rustic, but it's very, very, very goldenrod color. And so
It's what I would call earthy.
It is earthy,
That's
but
my
it's
kind of color.
also not next to skin. So when you have that neckline that's going to be right there next to your skin, I'm not sure if I'm going to like it. So what was it, about a month and a half ago, I got my colors done, and I am a soft summer. Do you know what color I should not wear? Goldenrod.
I beg to differ.
I know, I love that color. But according to my soft summer palette,
That just means whoever made that's crazy.
you love me in fall colors, don't you?
Fall colors, earth colors, whatever.
Yeah. But I'm just thinking the itch level on this, I mean, it may soften up, but I don't think it's going to soften up that much. And so, feel this. Much softer.
Yeah, those are all the same to me.
It's also from a man that doesn't have fingerprints because he burned them off.
Okay, that wasn't my
Yeah.
fault. Okay, first. But no, you're not wrong.
But I am working this up on a size 11, 10.5 needle. And I had ordered some comfy bulky weight, which is a cotton acrylic blend. So 75-25 cotton acrylic. I'm going to rip this out in the goldenrod. Per my color card, where did I put that? this color right here on the bottom is this color in the blue.
Wonderful.
More my color. I'm gonna try it. So I have enough, and I think if I rip it out and start on it, so this will be, other than my sister's shawl, which I'm getting ready to talk about too, but those will be my two focus. So I have to put that away and the other stuff away, but I gotta focus. I've got 3 weeks. Focus. You know what focus means, right? F off because you're stupid. Focus.
Okay.
Yes. So that's what I'm going to do. So I am going to rip this out. This is in my knitting because murder is wrong bag. A coworker got me that.
It's good to have standards.
Hey, my coworkers like me. So, yeah. So that's what I'm doing with that. My sister's shawl. I was working on the floral drift shawl. She didn't like it. It was long. It was rectangular, and she called me up and she said, "Can I have something like circular?" And I'm like, "Full circular?" "No, half circular." "Okay, half circular." We went looking. So in my rugrat bag, I have decided to do the Sadie shawl, and I have 4 skeins of this blue, which is, what color blue is this? This is sure. No idea. It's from Hobby. There's no name on it. Is there a name on it? Color 90. So this is a sport weight. So I took out the yellow I was gonna do because she didn't like yellow. I'm like, okay, but your dress is blue and yellow. And she's like, yeah. I love my sister. So I have started this. It is a crocheted shawl. And I am just starting the second. What?
You gonna send her a picture of it before you mail it to her?
I already have. And once we get down to, I think I've put a picture up, or I'll try to put a picture up in between us. And there is a big ruffle at the bottom. And this multicolored variegated from Plays Well with Colors, or no, this is from Kelly Pigeon. Was she Plays Well with Colors? I can't remember. Years ago she made mittens, which was the color for this, for knitting, and the mitten for me. And this is going to be the border, the edging, and so it'll be these together, and I think that will be pretty. And yeah, I am working on a 5.5 hook at this point in time. Yeah. She needs something to cover her shoulders for her granddaughter's wedding.
Okay.
Here, you can fix that. So the last, is this the last? No, I have, no, a couple more. I have red socks, which these are not done to any pattern. I'm taking stitch patterns from a book that I've been working with. These are bee stitch patterns. I talked about it last time. I'm going to be switching it out so that this pattern is more pronounced than these patterns. And this is done in Sweet Mountain Crafts yarn. It was a Christmas colorway, mulled wine. Yeah, mulled wine and hot cocoa. I'm not doing the hot cocoa with it. But I have cast on the second sock. I am like 2 rows in. And I have enough of the yarn to finish the second sock. And then I'll see about writing up a pattern for it. This is in my Thank God for Bags bag, and what happens at a knitting retreat stays at a knitting retreat. Then I have the Circular Logic, and this is one I'm making for you. It's done out of palette yarn in red, white, and blue with a deep dark, not black, but abyss blue, because it looks kind of black, but it's actually blue. And this is being worked. The brim was done, the ribbing was done on a size 3. The pattern is being done on a size 5. And it was a mystery knit along for the last week, and I didn't get done. Does that surprise anyone? Not at all.
It happens.
Yeah, I have until Friday to get it done, if I want pictures and into the drawing, which I don't ever go into other drawings because I need more yarn, like I need a hole in my head. So I am working on it right now. I've got the hashtags in there and the circles. You can see the circles and the hashtag. See the circles?
Yes.
Okay. And I just thought I'd do red, white, and blue, and as the pattern changes, there's 2 more clues that I need to do. This is the end of clue 1, and I'm not saying that it is a spoiler because they've already shown on their podcast the completed path.
Right.
So it's beyond spoiling. That's like people saying that, oh my God, you haven't watched Top Gun Maverick. Let's spoil something. No, it's 5 years old now. Go away. There's no spoil. This bag is one Lori sent me for my birthday. So I'm using that for that hat. It's otters. It's cute. I am on to the point of future stuff. Is there anything you want to talk about?
When do I get my Ravenclaw scarf?
I have that, and I have it planned for Christmas. And I just have to find the right motif for the bottom so that it has the raven on it. And I think I have that in one of the Harry Potter knit books. And I want to do the raven for you and the badger for me, because you are Ravenclaw and I am Hufflepuff. So, but right now what I'm thinking of is for future is Twinkle and Shine. And again, I will put the pattern up here, but I want him to see what I'm talking about. And this is going to be, I have started balling everything up so I can do the Christmas lights. And each one of these little colors are going to become Christmas lights, and this becomes garland on our Christmas tree. And so I am going to start that because I need to get it done for Christmas. And I think there's 24 little light bulbs. So what I was thinking with the garland is if I leave the tops open, I can put a chocolate in them and it becomes a reusable advent.
There you go.
Does that sound cool?
Just don't forget that they're in there.
Because I have yarn advents and I have jigsaw puzzle advents, but I normally get you a chocolate advent. And so every night.
Dark.
Yeah, dark chocolate. You don't like milk chocolate.
Well,
we're the perfect couple. I like milk chocolate.
I like milk chocolate. It doesn't like me back.
Yeah.
I can get away with dark chocolate, not as much sugar or something. I don't know.
So I just got to figure out how to leave one portion open so I can stick good dark chocolate, like the kind from Aldi. You like Aldi's dark chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
So that is one of my futures. The other future, and I think you'll like this, it's called Elven Song, and this is from a Lord of the Rings inspired. And it's a shawl.
It's cute.
And I have 14 skeins of silky wool, which is 45% wool, 35% silk, and 20% nylon. And each one of these are 175 meters, so 175
times 3.3-ish.
Well, I was going to times it by 12 or 14.
Depends on what you want to put it to.
This needs 900 meters. I have enough.
Okay.
That's what I was getting at. It calls for worsted. This is a DK. I think this is DK. Yeah, this is DK. So, that's what I'm going to do that out of. And so I'll have the picture up here of that. I also have a bag that I want to do, and that is I don't know how to pronounce it. Is it Amneris? How would you pronounce that? Amneris mini bag, and it's a free pattern on Ravelry, and it is a just over the wristlet type bag, and I want to do it up in cotton. And I have the leftover cotton that I had from doing the Seven Sisters, so it's a really pale blue with a green tinge. And I have that left over, and I think I'm going to do that bag out of that.
Very
really cute. So, we've had some adventures in the last month. You had a birthday in June, I had a birthday in June, and then we had the 4th of July. We actually stayed home for the 4th. We watched
we had the daughter-in-law's birthday, and then the son's birthday.
Yep. Summer months.
Yeah.
For the 4th, though, we stayed home. We watched the DC fireworks instead of going out. Last year, we went to our son's, and I had a firework shot at me accidentally, and I just did not want to get shot again because, yeah, that bone bruise lasted quite a while.
It did. It took a few months to heal up.
Yeah. I'm glad it just bruised and didn't do anything else. But yeah, our daughter-in-law had a big birthday, and then our son had a big birthday. And the granddaughter got, I mean, you guys, if you listened back in the day when this was audio, you know that Missy Z, you know, she was born while I was podcasting. Well, she bought her first car and got her driver's license. So it's been a minute. And little Bear is now behind the wheel, but he's in driver's training. And they both have their first job. They work at a pizzeria. And one is off at, is it football camp?
Football camp.
And the other is at cross country camp. And it is just, little Miss Z is going into her senior year. Then we had a huge growth in our family. Our oldest, our Bear.
Oldest grandchild.
He decided to propose.
A little bit more than a year out. Gives us some time.
Yeah, so next August, they'll be getting married. And yeah, that means some crocheting up for Grandma, that, you know, because I give blankets and that. I have a friend in South Dakota that sent me her wedding announcement, and that's for Halloween, so I've got to get that done. And I think I'll do a queen size blanket for her. Our middle grandson is living with his girlfriend off and works for an asphalt company. So very, very, very busy and very, adultish.
Life goes on.
Yeah. Everybody seems to be doing really well, and I couldn't be prouder of how our family is turning out.
All decent human beings.
Yeah. And we're getting our health issues under control and getting things back to where we're able to exercise and watch what we're eating and take care of each other and hopefully grow old together. Because the alternative sucks.
Yeah, it does.
So if you have questions for Sarge, he would like to start his Ask Sarge segment, Stories with Sarge, or Sarge's Stories, or however we want to put it, at least once a month. You want to come on to the podcast. And he's into all sorts of things. Give some of your things that what are your passions?
Hunting gear, outdoor gear, shooting.
Knives.
Yeah, I'm getting into knives.
Camping stuff, both warm weather and cold weather.
Yeah, winter camping is something I want to get into. I got all the stuff for it. I just need a place to do it now.
We're learning to garden, if you have tips on that. We got our first, what was it? The banana pepper. We got our first banana pepper.
Had a little bite to it. It was all right.
And we've gotten cherry tomatoes.
Yep, got a few of those.
I have 2 cucumbers growing, so those are our first cucumbers. I didn't do a big thing, and I'm keeping everything in pots right now. I haven't put it in the ground. The squirrels definitely like eating everything.
Yeah, they do.
I swear to goodness, the squirrels would eat other squirrels if we let them. It's just, yeah. But we have a small courtyard where the ambulatory ramp is. We have a small courtyard, and I've taken and we have put the black paper plastic stuff, so the weed deterrent down, and filled it with bark.
Yeah, weed paper down, and then we did wood mulch over top of it. Seems to work out for the most part.
Yep, we have some sunflowers growing.
Although we can't explain that one plant. We didn't plant that.
No, there's a plant called a burn.
I don't remember what it's called.
Yeah, I know. It's called a burn something. There we go. It is. Yeah, and Google's not going to tell me. I don't know. I'll put a picture, but it says that it's edible. So
the only thing I can figure is it was in with the seeds for the wildflowers, but that just seems kind of an odd.
I had a pot of lilies.
See, if you.
Okay, so what is it?
If you press, well, there you go. Now it's not going to do it.
Info.
There you go. You can add a caption.
Burnweed. American burnweed. And what it is these are plants that if an area has been burned out, they're the first to come back. And it'll grow up to 6 feet tall. Well, it's sitting at about 3 feet right now. And
it's up to the second, or the first handrail, I should say.
Yeah. From the bottom. And I don't know. I'll put a picture up here, burnweed. It's interesting.
Mm-hmm. Got dragonflies coming
cool.
in, got hummingbirds coming in.
Tons of hummingbirds and dragonflies. We do have ants though, and we don't know why.
The little bitty sugar ants.
And they told us, our next door neighbors, the ones that I took over the Wasp thing for, told us to mix equal parts of borax, baking soda,
and powdered sugar.
Put it in a baggie and mix it, and then go put it on the mounds. And so there are less out there now.
There's less, but they're still out there. I'm gonna go out there. I got some
actual poison.
well, it's not poison. It's just
We have cats that roam outside. Our cats don't go
Well, our
outside,
cats
so I
but
don't like.
neighborhood cats, so I don't want to lay down friggin'
We don't want stuff that's going to
poison
hurt
traps.
the kitties,
Yeah,
or
but,
the squirrels, or the deer, or the anything else.
we got some of that.
Lime.
Is that lime? Yeah, some lime. We're gonna try spreading that out before it rains.
Yep. So we've been busy just puttering at home. I was asked the other day why we don't go on vacation, and I looked at them and said, we pay for our house. I kind of like it.
I like it here. I mean, don't get me wrong. Oh,
It's free to stay home.
I wouldn't mind friggin' a couple of road trips, but honestly.
Yeah, but they would be quick little day trip or overnight. Nothing.
Oh, you want to see the
nothing huge.
sulaks. And,
Well, yeah, but those are still weekend trips. They're not huge,
Right.
go away for a week kind of thing. My sister wants me to come out and see her. So
Washington or
no, in Nevada.
Nevada.
Yeah. So we'll see. First, I gotta find a job or get things going to where I have income coming in. So, there's that.
The little things.
The little things, but things we're looking forward to. The retreat is coming up. Knitting in the Mitten is coming up first week in November, the 4th through the 8th. And I moved house from a big house to a smaller house, and we only had half the people plan to come. So then what I estimated in the beginning, it just means that it's going to be nice and cozy, and we're going to enjoy our time together, and I'm looking forward to that. You are going to be our taxi driver and our bellhop.
Chauffeur.
Oh, chauffeur.
Chauffeur.
Are you getting a bigger car than what we have?
No.
So you'll basically be the gatherer of the airport people.
I'd be lucky if I washed the car.
You will wash the car and vacuum it out first.
No, I'll pay somebody else to wash the car.
Yeah,
I ain't
that's
washing
true.
it. Damn.
But we're excited for that, and I'm getting together the bags and the yarns and everything else. I'm not going as far out as what I used to do, but it's going to be nice and cozy. And
Well, you
just
damn near used to burn yourself out, so
I did, and I
Small
refuse
and-
to do that anymore.
small and cozy is the way to go.
Yep,
Let that be a vacation for you.
yep, pretty
where
much.
You don't have to worry about 69 other people
Right.
like we did at the Blodgett.
Yeah, I think it was even worse at Cardoma Lodge though, because it was in such a
Tight spot, yeah.
tight spot, but it was fun. It was so much fun. But I do notice that a lot of the retreats now are very class focused and instructor focused, and
This is going to be like a pajama party.
that's what I want. I want a retreat, somewhere where you just go and relax, and I'll give you the name of a masseuse if you want to go and get one. I'll tell you the name of yarn stores if you want to go hit those, but I'm not.
You can get a list of like all
Just-
the restaurants in town and all the places that you might want to go to or order from, and we'll go from there.
We're going to be directly across the street from the state park, and within a 5-minute walk of the pier if you want to walk the lighthouse. So, because we have both the lighthouse and the fog house, and so you can, as long as the pier's open, depending on whether you can walk it or not, because it is the first week in November, and we have had nice 60-degree days, and we have also had snow.
Yeah, as you said, the last few Novembers have been relatively mild, so we're definitely past due for gales of November, which is basically Midwest hurricanes. But we haven't had one in a while, so
No.
it's usually towards the end of November. At least you're not doing this on Lake Superior.
No.
So
No, I'm not. But
we're like here.
yes, right off the Grand River.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, our channel is the end of the Grand River. So, yeah,
Mhm.
going out into Lake Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that we have yammered on enough. Thank you for coming on with me. It is so much
No problem.
easier to talk through these when you have somebody to talk to. And I know I'll probably get some comments that I wasn't looking at the video enough, but it is what it is. And we used to do this audio. In fact, next year,
We used to do it audio. We would be kind of angled so we were actually talking to
looking
each other.
at
So
each other.
maybe
yeah.
we should work something out with a camera so it's like that. No, make the camera be the third person. We'll figure it out.
We will, but we're gonna
They'll tell us what they want.
chime in. Yeah, in fact, I may do a drawing for comments this time because I haven't done that in a long time. And I've got stuff I can give away.
Wonderful day.
So if you comment this time, you'll get put into a drawing for something. I don't know what yet, but you'll know next episode. So until next time, check your checkbook before starting the high fiber diet. Bye-bye.
Peace.